We work very closely with Sarah and her colleagues at the Department of Commerce, and also with the SBA. And as Sarah mentioned, my office in Miami, I am joined there with the trade specialists from the Department of Commerce and the international manager for the SBA programs. The SBA has specific programs that are dedicated to exports, and so that individual sits in our office as well. But Ex-Im Bank, like what Sarah said, what the Department of Commerce does, Ex-Im Bank does, and that is we work with export-ready customers. And we go even just one step further, and that is that if you're export-ready, you go to Department of Commerce, you have at least one overseas buyer, you're ready for us. There's no minimums or no maximums. You don't have to have a $1 million portfolio overseas. If you have a product that is made here in the United States, or if you have a service that is performed by you here in this country or by people that temporarily go over to another country, we can support you. We can help you. So let me go into just a couple of programs we have on how we actually assist you. Everyone knows or thinks that Ex-Im Bank provides the financing angle, and we certainly do specialize in that. But what I'd like to do is tell you about two programs that Ex-Im Bank offers that are geared specifically for small businesses. They are also used by medium and large businesses, but small businesses are the ones that benefit from these two particular programs. They are summarized on a sheet that I had out at the front of registration table. I hope you all have received one. If not, I'm happy to provide one to you. We've got plenty of them back in the office. And so I'd be happy to provide you with that, as well as any detailed information you might need about anything I'm about to tell you. The first product that Ex-Im Bank offers is something very similar to what you already heard Tom talk about from the SBA, and that is that we offer a guarantee to a lender which makes a loan to you so that you can purchase or produce U.S. goods and or services for export. It's a very long sentence, but it's a very important sentence. Whenever you hear anyone from SBA or from me or a lender, whenever you hear anybody talk about the word guarantee, you should always remember that the lender is our customer. We don't offer guarantees to exporters. We don't offer guarantees to overseas buyers. We offer guarantees to lenders so that we, the government, SBA, Ex-Im Bank, take the risk away from the lender in lending to you. This loan program is very specific because of the proceeds that you can use the proceeds for. As I just mentioned, the proceeds of such a loan has to be used specifically to purchase or manufacture a U.S. good or service for export. It can also be used for an indirect export. If you need money to purchase or produce a product that you're selling to a trading company in Miami, and Lord knows we have many trading companies in Miami, and you know that they are exporting it, so you are an indirect exporter, you would be eligible for Ex-Im Bank support as well. So the loan guarantee product is something that is very important because the collateral for the loan is the inventory, your products that you have in inventory, as well as the AR, the accounts receivable, sorry, I'm slipping, the accounts receivable that are generated from the sale. So technically, it's not your fixed assets, it's not your company's boardroom table, your company's vehicles, whatever it is. It's the inventory, which includes WIP, work in process, which any banker in the room will tell you normally they don't include WIP, but we do. So it's very important for you to know that a loan like this does exist. Yes, you have to be able to service the debt you're taking on. You will be reviewed by the lender and by Ex-Im Bank if necessary to see the overall financial condition of your company and that you're able to service the debt. But that is a very important program, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention that is a program that SBA has as well. And there are subtle differences between the two. No time or really need to go into those now. If anybody's interested, we can certainly talk with you individually. But the SBA has an EWCP, Export Working Capital Program, Ex-Im Bank's program is very similar. It's called the Working Capital Guarantee Program. So that's the first thing that you should know about. The second program you would really find useful is, in general, it's called Export Credit Insurance. It's not a new concept. Who has domestic credit insurance for your domestic receivables? Not many. But you understand the concept. You want to sell to a buyer, you really don't know who they are. You're afraid you're going to get burned. So you purchase insurance to protect you against non-payment by the foreign buyer, in my case. There are insurance policies available for domestic as well. But Ex-Im Bank has several different types of credit insurance policies. You can purchase a policy for your entire export portfolio, which, by the way, can be as small as one buyer. Or you can purchase a policy for single or multiple shipments to just one buyer. Okay? We are on the verge, literally on the verge, because our annual conference in Washington is next week, next Thursday and Friday, a week from today. We are going to be formally announcing this product, which I'm about to summarize for you. We are trying to do everything we possibly can to reach out to small businesses that want to export and want to get into exporting. So next week, we're going to be announcing that we are initiating a new insurance policy. The big difference between this product and our existing products is that Ex-Im Bank is going to be your credit department. On all of our other products, we require you, and you should always know your customer, but under all of our other insurance products, we require you to get some type of information on the buyer, a credit report, a trade reference at least, maybe a bank reference, maybe an international company profile from the Department of Commerce, which is done by their overseas posts and updated on a regular basis. We do accept those as well. But we require you as the exporter to get that information on the buyer. In some cases, you may have to pay for that. You're not going to have to pay for a trade ref, but you may have to pay for a credit report. This new product that we're coming out with, it's for small exporters, small businesses per se, by SBA definition, and that's the definition we follow. And it's for companies that are exporting with less than 10 buyers. Why 10? Because we are going to be your credit department. You're going to come to us, apply for the policy. You're going to say, here's the name of my buyer, here's their address. We're going to go out, we're going to get the credit information, we're going to make a credit decision, and we're going to come back and tell you, yes, your buyer is approved for a $35,000 revolving credit limit, good on open account 60-day terms, here's your endorsement to your policy, go ship. Okay? That's a very different concept for Ex-Im Bank. And just as a little sidebar, you may be interested to know that that concept that I just described to you in the underwriting community, that's called a bottom-up underwriter. In other words, it's the European style of underwriting, meaning all the European credit insurers do this. They are the credit department. They take all the credit risk, they're not the credit risk. They take all of the responsibility of doing all the underwriting, and the exporters are not really in the know, except that, hey, the credit insurer approved it, so I'm good to go. The Ex-Im Bank approach, for all the years that I've been in and around Ex-Im Bank, we are a top-down underwriter, which means for an experienced exporter, we're going to give you some revolving credit limits in the policy, just like you have on your Visa card. And we're going to say to you, use your knowledge and your experience to determine that the buyer is creditworthy, and then go ship. Okay? So this is a very new concept, and I think that we are going to have a lot of interest in this from the small business community, and that's really the goal of the product. We are, of course, well involved in the National Export Initiative. Our president has announced, actually at our annual conference last year, it was announced by Mr. Obama, by President Obama, who was at our conference last year. And so this is a new product that we have to try to help us meet that goal. Credit insurance is a very valuable tool. I'm going to end with just the 3 big benefits of credit insurance. Little insurance policy, big benefits. First of all, it's risk protection.